This week's episode of The Read is being brought to you by Me Undies. Yes, we're here to talk about draws. Me Undies makes some of the most comfortable and stylish underwear you will ever experience in your life. I'm speaking from my own personal experience because Me Undies has hugged my rear end several times and I enjoyed it. They're called the world's most comfortable underwear, and I urge you to try it for yourself. They're just great to your skin. They give you a kiss in all the right places in case you don't have someone do that for you. So all of our listeners get 20% off their first order by going to meundies.com/theread. Go get you a discount. Tell them we said holler. It don't matter if you got a subscription plan or order a single pair. Just go and get some coins off. Let's move on.
Today's episode of The Read is also brought to you by Bevel. You heard it from Nas himself on that record on Khaled's album. It's the signature fade with the bevel blade, and it's not even just for dudes. Ladies, it works great for us, too. If you've got some areas on your body that you need to keep smooth and sleek and gorgeous, Bevel can help. They've created the first shaving system specifically for people with coarse, curly hair and sensitive skin. You can pick up your Bevel razor today by going to getbevel.com and using promo code THEREAD to get 20% off the first month of your Bevel subscription. The holidays are coming up, and what's better than a razor? Tell that special someone in your life that they need to get their shit together. Getbevel.com, promo code THEREAD for 20% off, and let's start the show.
Eat me, Sebastian. It's okay for guys like you in court to fuck everyone, but when I do it, I get dumped for innocent little twits like Cecile.
I know this, and I don't even have to Google it.
Are you sure?
I don't know the words, but I know the movie.
God forbid I exude confidence and enjoy sex. You think I relish the fact that I have to act like Mary Sunshine 24/7 to be considered a lady?
Yes.
I'm the Marsha fucking Brady of the Upper East Side, and sometimes I want to kill myself.
Yes.
So there's your psychoanalysis, Dr. Freud. Now tell me, are you in or are you out?
I love it. And that's the part where you unscrew your cross coke handler and
that was the end.
Yes. I told you I knew what it was.
Okay.
I didn't see that movie till it's like 7 or 8 years ago, but still.
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch it when it first came out because I said, rich white kids, who cares?
I absolutely watched it when I had no business watching it. Fantastic movie.
It's pretty good. Did you see the sequel?
Anybody watch that thing?
Okay.
There were like 2 sequels and they were both You know what? I did watch a show that came on the CW that was a lot like it.
Okay.
That was very
And if
clearly.
I thought about it, I could probably figure out what it was.
I'm sure you could, but both great.
I'm just happy that I know it without cheating this week.
Well, great.
Amen. Give God all the glory.
Because I was honestly going to say, if you don't know this, and clearly you just have never watched a movie
just
before.
no movies, ever. None. You're right.
Well, folks, welcome to The Read. I am Laverne Cox.
And I am Angela Bassett.
And this is The Read.
Hallelujah.
So, I'm just going to skedaddle into the Black Excellence for this week for 3 reasons. First of all, the person of the Black Excellence is awesome. Secondly, the person in the Black Excellence is very relevant to today and why we need to hurry the fuck up. And 3, it has something to do with some shit you were involved in. So Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes.
Is the first Black woman in 30 years to be nominated for lead actress in a comedy series. Mm-hmm. In case you just need a little bit of help on, how far back we're going.
30.
The last Black woman to be nominated for this category was Felicia Rashad in The Cosby Show
Lord God.
in 1986.
Jesus. That doesn't sound like 30 years ago.
It doesn't it?
But it was.
Just 1 year shy of me. But that's when that happened. And I think that it's
it's just unreal.
like 30 years, girl. Damn, Gina. I mean, Martin never made it to the Emmys, did he?
No, I don't
It's
think
fine.
so.
It's still,
Just one of the tragic
American
oversights of the
classics.
Emmy committee.
Absolutely. Like, truly, honestly.
Yes, honestly. Because at its
Because
prime, Martin was definitely it. It definitely was. We won't talk about that last
Daily
season. But
Syndicate. We don't have to talk about the last season, okay? Because there were 4 seasons prior to back up what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's all that black ass matters.
Martin fans never want to discuss that last season.
It doesn't matter.
Like it doesn't exist.
It doesn't matter. And it's actually, if you want to be real about it, it's actually approximately 80% of the last season because some of that shit was still funny.
Okay. It's fine.
Anyway.
Tracy Ellis Ross, though.
So, big congrats to her. She's nominated for her role as Rainbow in Blackish, which, harkens right on back to what I was talking to you about today. It was Blackish season 3 premieres tonight. So we don't have time for you niggas tonight. I'm sorry.
We won't be in here all day.
I know for whatever reason you guys get your kicks on Route 66 over these motherfucking 3-hour long ass episodes, but we're not doing it tonight.
Nope.
So
not missing the season premiere. So sorry, you guys.
Congrats on that nomination. Although, who won it?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus for the 5th year in a row. I mean, and Veep is a great show. So, yes. But that's... I don't...
So you were at the Emmys.
I was at the Emmy. That moment was hard for me because I really felt like Tracy Ellis Ross deserved that Emmy. I really, truly, in my heart of hearts, even as a fan of Veep, really felt like she deserved that Emmy. So
Tracy Ellis Ross has paid her motherfucking dues.
Man.
Tracy Ellis Ross has been humble. Tracy Ellis Ross has hosted your motherfucking BET Awards and whatever the fuck else you asked her to. Tracy Ellis Ross is Diana Ross's motherfucking daughter. Mm-hmm. Tracy Ellis Ross is hilarious and can act.
And can act.
And the character on that show is not only incredibly smart, and she has an amazing job and she's a great mom, but she also has those moments where she's absolutely nuts.
Right.
Like it's a versatile character and it's hilarious. And that's cute that y'all, great.
Not saying, I'm happy for Julia.
I didn't even know the amount of times that she won until you just said that right now. But I know that, I think maybe my manager was the one who told me about this because I knew that I heard that she hadn't won it. And somebody told me, oh, Julia won it for Veep. And I said, again? Like I was I was pretty sure she's won that award a few times.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Five. Consecutive, yes. So, once the Emmys pick a favorite, they have their favorites. So.
That's cute. Mm-hmm. So you met Marseille. You guys took photographs.
Which was all I wanted, really. It was towards the end of the night, and I was like, I literally just want to meet Marseille Martin. And then her mama, I was thinking it. And then 30 seconds later, I guess her mama heard me talking and turned around in the parking lot, and I was like, and then I saw Marseille, up further ahead of her. And so, we talked for a few seconds. She's a very sweet little girl. She was like, awesome. I love you so much. I'm like, how do you even know who I am? Yeah. I was so confused, but she's doing, her parents told me she's doing a new project for Amazon, I think called American Girl, starting next month. And I was
Black-ass right.
I told her I was so proud of her and that she is simply phenomenal as Diane.
Wait to see what she blossoms
She's about
into.
To fuck it up.
You know what I'm saying? She's already she's been here before. So I just stand.
She truly has.
Anyway,
she was really sweet and looked adorable, and it was just so fun to talk to her.
You looked like you had been to the Emmys a few times.
Did I? Thank you, friend.
Yeah, you looked like you had absolutely it was like, yes, this is the gown I picked this year, and you girls are welcome. Who else did you meet?
Nobody, because it was not like the VMAs. It was not
where niggas were walking around with red cups. Just like, oh, hey, girl. My booking info.
This was a black tie event, and it was overwhelmingly white. And we got there 5 minutes before the doors closed, and we barely had time to take pictures. And it was just a very rushed, formal event. So it wasn't a lot of running around and all that. I had to chill the fuck out at the Emmys. At the after party, it was a little bit more turned up, but still, at that point, I was just tired as hell. I was ready to drink up all day liquor and go home.
Well,
but it was fun.
That's great. if we're just gonna slide around in the shade and full again because we're not wasting any time. Brad and Angelina, I'm sure weren't there. Oh, that's not even. They don't do television.
They don't do TV, but if they did.
So Brangelina is over, and white America is just under the ground. They're just beside themselves.
This is exactly the distraction white Americans needed. This is what they were looking for.
Yeah.
They needed something to take their minds off these petty police killings and black people asking for rights and shit like that. So.
Oh no, my oppression is the fact that Angelina, who stole somebody's man. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Brad.
Did you see the cover of the New York Post?
Yes, and I said, the Post stays being messy.
I don't care. That shit was funny.
All the time. Right.
You're right.
Like, it was messy as hell. Sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's like wildly inappropriate. I just feel like Jennifer Aniston's probably like, how y'all just gonna bring me back into this?
Because
like,
it's funny.
But damn, that was my husband, 15 years ago? Like, all right, y'all.
I'm sure that she saw that shit this morning and like had half a chuckle and went right back to her Pinot Grigio.
Because don't she have a man and ain't she pregnant?
I'm sure she's like,
I think she's married now.
Completely fine in her romantic life. This was forever. Wasn't Friends still on?
Hell no, Friends wasn't still on. My God.
Hold on.
Absolutely the fuck not. When she married Brad Pitt.
and Mrs. Smith was when? Mr. and Mrs. Smith was 2005.
All right. And when did Friends end?
Friends ended what? I want to say like 2000.
I want to say 97 or 98.
No, girl. It had to have been the 2000s. I remember Friends ending. I didn't even watch it. 2004, Miss Girl.
There is no way they got married. Brad Pitt and... What's her face?
I'm talking about when she got left. When Jennifer...
Oh, I thought you meant Jennifer and Brad got married when Friends was on.
Because you don't remember Jennifer... No, Angelina and Brad shot Mr. and Mrs. Smith together, and that's when they started fucking.
And you could tell when you watched the movie, like, oh yeah.
And the movie came out in 2005. Friends was over 2004. So if you want to think about production, pre-production, and all of that stuff,
Friends ended in 2004.
What I'm saying is that I was right.
Okay,
and so that's what matters. Either way, oh well. Like I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that once, Angelina lets the ink dry or whatever, that we can get back to real problems in America, like Black lives, including the Black lives of their children.
At least one. Zahira, right? I think they have a daughter named
It's a Z. Zahi.
Zahara. Not Zahira. Zahara Jolie Pitt.
They got brown kids. That's all I'm saying.
I heard that they broke up because of parenting differences, and then I also heard that Brad Pitt was fucking around with whoever he is starring with in whatever movie he's about to be in. So
I heard Brad Pitt bought 3 bald eagles for some other bitch. I don't care. I didn't even put any real effort into trying to figure out what the fuck happened because who cares? And motherfuckers were really like...
A bunch of 30-something white women. They care.
Like, how is I have no hope for love.
I hope these niggas was not what was stoking your hope and love.
Love is not real. I'm not gonna lie, like a couple of times when they said that Will and Jada were on the rocks, I was just like, well, I'm not never gonna have no nigga. I was just like, love isn't real.
Well, I mean, it is, but you can't let rich, famous people, the beautiful people, change the way you feel about shit like that,
Because Beyonce gave us Lemonade and she said, all you gotta do is try.
Right.
All you gotta do is check these niggas and give it an effort.
But I'm sorry to hear that, 2 people divorced, and that's too bad.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Is that our white news? It was a lot for me to...
about as white as it's
I
gonna
struggled
get.
through that. Yeah, that was difficult for me.
I mean, I like Angeline.
I've always thought Angelina Jolie was beautiful and talented. And actually, same thing for Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I think that both of them are quite lovely. I don't care about their romantic
at all.
Relationship. I never really have.
Oh.
I think that when it started, it was scandalous and fun for that. And it was really, awesome that these 2 fine-ass motherfuckers decided that they were going to be together.
Because what they were was fine as hell.
Together, separate.
Just fine. It's something, I mean, you just cannot deny it. Them people have a nice bone structure. It is what it is.
So you think that they wouldn't try and make some of their own fine babies instead of going and taking other? Anyway.
Well, what's crazy is that they spent all that time together and then just got married like 2 years ago, and now they're getting divorced.
That's a great
They
point.
just got married. They've been together all this time.
I
don't
whatever.
get it. Yeah, well, anyway.
Well, good luck trying to explain the necessities of marriage to these niggas now, girl. Because they just, this marriage shit just changed everything.
Oh, well.
Anyway, let's get to important Black news.
Amen.
First of all, rest in peace to Shawty Lowe. I woke up to that this morning.
Devastating news. I did the Running Man in place for 15 minutes in his honor.
So Shawty Lowe passed after a car crash. I think at first they were saying it was a hit and run. Now I'm reading that his Audi had crashed into a guardrail and some trees. Like, it's really bad. And there were 2 other women in the car who were injured, but it seems that they're going to be okay. So that's what Atlanta has to deal with today. That's
too bad, honestly. Remember that reality show pilot that he shot? Classic Black television.
Who has seen it and forgotten? Who has seen
been a while.
that
it's been
and
a while.
doesn't remember?
It's been a while, but there was a petition online after that pilot came out, and they basically stopped the Shawty Lowe and his baby mama reality show that was going to happen. But
oh, yeah, they did petition.
Yeah, they petitioned. You niggas, you bitches, with your respectability shit. Y'all was mad.
There are 3 things I think of when I think of Shawty Lowe. They know.
Yeah.
That pilot that never happened, and Rashida.
My name Rashida. I rap like Shawty Lowe.
That was the only thing
the
I'll
only
ever
funny
give her,
thing she
because
has
that
ever
was
said.
funny. That was funny.
That was funny.
And I will
give it to that broke butt
she
bitch.
has to have that.
She said it something funny
you
that one
earned
time.
that much, bitch.
Because I did that when I heard Shawty Lowe pass, I heard my name Rashida. I rap like Shawty Lowe. I couldn't help it.
Getting you along my bubble gum. Like, she really does rap like that. So that was really funny.
Rest in peace, Shawty Lowe, man.
That sucks.
Sad to hear that.
Here's something funny. Apparently, Colin Powell had a whole bunch of emails leaked.
Yes, God.
Where he is talking cash shit.
And I lived
about Trump, Hillary, Bill.
Oh, yes.
Just everybody and everything. And I feel like I actually can't even.
I think the Russians hacked him, right? The Russians been going after everybody.
All I know is that he said that Bill is still dicking down bimbos.
Allegedly.
He said, he said that
he put it in the little parentheses though, like
he was just
I ain't saying it.
in case. Secretary of State, my nigga, I'm not gonna. I watch Mr. Robot.
So sorry, I am General Colin Powell, so we won't be. Allegedly.
He said Trump appeals to the worst angels of the GOP, nature, and poor white folks. And I love that he said poor white folks.
There you go. That's exactly what it is. It is poor white people, the backbone of Donald Trump.
He called him a national disgrace. He said that Trump, honestly, you can go over to the Washington Post. You can just Google Colin Powell, honestly, and I'm sure it'll come right.
I mean, but he didn't lie. I'm looking at all these, like, where is even about Hillary? He didn't.
No, nothing. That's the great part about it. It's not like what he was saying was like, oh, I'm a hater. It was like, it was unfiltered truth with like cussing and like shade. Right. And it was just so.
That's what's so great about it.
Fun.
It's pure hearted shade because he's like not even trying to be mean. He's just being real about what the problem is.
Like, I feel like I could absolutely take Colin down to like Bennigan's or like the Cheesecake Factory or something.
Yes,
and just get fucked up and just be like, tell another one.
Order whatever you want, Lady Pal. Let's get down to the
just pages 3 through 7, bitch. Y'all know y'all got everything to eat in this motherfucker. Bring it all out.
He was like, Hillary is smart and driven and courageous and a minion of Satan and greedy, and all she wants is to win. And I really don't even halfway want to vote for her. She my friend or whatever, but she all right. Like, yes. Lay it out there. It was great.
It really was absolutely fantastic.
I mean, I feel sorry for him because that's, a breach of privacy or whatever, but The emails, the content was fantastic, if you ask me.
No, please, if you haven't taken a look, I would suggest it. And I feel like for me, one of the first things that I thought of about this was like, if I lived in a normal country where, I was afforded rights and, I generally fuck with, the government or the way things are being run. And I was on the internet reading this, I just wouldn't have cable because I wouldn't pay for it. Because this
is excellent. Y'all should be putting this on C-SPAN. Maybe then Americans will watch C-SPAN.
I mean,
it's just you got to add a little Maury to it. We're not getting no life off of this.
Here's something fun.
I bet it ain't.
So, Tokyo Tony is hosting a seminar for young women in Washington, D.C. Now, if you don't know who Tokyo Tony is.
Because I am Googling it.
Tokyo Tony is Blac Chyna's mother. Tokyo Tony also has eyelashes that are about as long as albatross wings.
Oh, my God. I am Miss Tokyo Tony, owner of On My Grind Entertainment and Promotions.
Her eyelashes are just...
Good God.
They're like Omega Shenron, like just...
It looked like she could rap them shits. Oh, no, does she look like this on purpose? Have you seen her Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Like, honestly...
Damn.
Don't carry your groceries around Tokyo Tony because if she bats her eyes too hard, all your oranges and shit gonna be out on the pavement. Like, she will literally knock you over with the wind from those lashes. I can't deal.
And this heavy ass just strip of black eyeliner. What the fuck is on her face?
It's giving you a very heavy, back to black.
Yeah, this is
like cat eyeliner thing.
Everything about this says Blac Chyna's mama.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very appropriate.
Gray ass lips. These thick ass $1.99 strip lashes. No foundation on this face. Oh my God. No, this won't do.
She's hosting a seminar for young women in Washington, D.C. On November 12th from 3 to 7. It says, I am having a little lady teen mentoring seminar. They're going to be ministers, counselors, therapists, and understanding mentors as myself.
What?
It will be empowering, and the teens will have hands-on with ministers, counselors, therapists, and understanding mentors as myself.
Such as herself? What has she mentored anybody into doing?
I don't know Tokyo and Tony's rap sheet, so I'm not going to get to, giving her nothing. And also, you're trying to do something for the community, girl. So great. I just think that it is funny to me that Blac Chyna's mom with these triple XL lashes.
She's not finna be reaching out to the kids with this. I can tell you right
Somebody's
now.
got to do it.
And nobody's taking their baby down to wherever she gonna be at to do this.
She and Kris Jenner are about to be Kardashian grandmas. So what can you tell her? Nothing.
This is the same woman who hosted a models versus stripper baseball game.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it's on her Instagram. Yes.
I love her.
She is. It says ponytails and shorts.
Honestly, if there's anything, let me see if there's some place that I can forward
is
a donation.
Yeah, no. I mean, good luck to anybody
She's
on
awesome.
their entrepreneurship, but I just don't see nobody dropping their kids off to learn anything from this woman.
I do.
Who wants their child to be molded about by Blac Chyna's mama?
All these little girls are going to ask you about your daughter and your daughter's man. And your daughter's soon to be
the very
baby.
first question she's gonna get is, have you ever met Kim Kardashian? That's gonna be the first question.
And they have a picture together. Google Tokyo Tony, Kim Kardashian.
Why
does
she go by Tokyo Tony?
I don't know. But it explains Blac Chyna.
Oh God, it does. Tokyo in China.
That's why I was surprised that they didn't name the baby Bangkok or something.
Oh no. Oh my God. Okay.
Vietnamese.
This isn't. I thought we were gonna get like progressively happier news from here, but we didn't. This isn't. This is sad, and I still don't see this picture.
Thailandia.
Oh, fuck. There it go. Oh, goddamn. Okay.
But really, the only difference between Kris Jenner
I'm done.
and Tokyo Toni is the fact that Kris Jenner is white and already had money for like ages, because they are both ghetto and trash.
that's the difference between Kris Jenner and everybody's hood rat ass mama. Like, Kris Jenner is just white trash. She is.
But rich.
She's garbage. Like, did you see where she liked Marc Jacobs' Instagram post?
Oh, we're getting.
Are we getting
that.
okay? So I said, when people like Kris Jenner and Perez Hilton are on your side, you may want to rethink whatever stance you've taken. But yeah, I'm not gonna act like Kris Jenner is some great ass, fantastic momager of the year or some shit. Like, she a whole ass, greedy ass bitch out here just like the rest of them. She just has the white skin that helps her get ahead.
Kid Cudi had a meltdown the other day on social media over his strained relationship with Kanye West. He basically got on Twitter and said that Kanye and Drake, these niggas don't give a fuck about me and they ain't fucking with me. And I was like, wow, I have something in common with Kanye and Drake.
What did Kid Cudi do to piss you off? Or you just don't like his music?
I don't consider it. Here's the thing. Kid Cudi has like a really strong following still.
Yeah, he does.
And so
It's devoted.
I would assume then that Kid Cudi has like great music or artistry or I don't know, something. Because like people really seem to take him seriously in a lot of ways, or they still talk about him anyway. I just don't know enough of Kid Cudi's catalog to care, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So I don't have anything against Kid Cudi. I just really, I can't even tell you the name of a song. Day and Night is him, right?
I think so, shit. Because I'm not no big ass Kid Cudi
that's
fan
Kid Cudi.
either.
So that's
But
like,
could I name another Kid Cudi single? Oh wait, no. Beautiful Girls. Oh no, that's Oh no, but
that's B.O.B.
That's B.O.B. Fuck.
I think.
Damn, now you right. I don't know.
Actually, let me make sure because I could be. I really don't.
No,
know.
because that was Bruno Mars and B.O.B.
Yes, it was.
Right.
It absolutely was.
Okay, well then I don't know.
Day and Night. Okay, so I just looked up like singles, and this is the only one that I even
Cool.
recognize. But you know what? Like, y'all like him and all of that stuff, and he seems to be whatever. So great, awesome, cool. But he had issues with them. Kid Cudi also dated Amanda Bynes at one point.
Okay. So that's telling me basically all I need to
And then
know.
after they broke up, we were introduced to the most recent Amanda Bynes. How's she doing?
Wait, she got her shit together, I thought.
Did
I
she?
think her mama finally took her Twitter away or something, and they made her start going to therapy. And yeah, I think she graduated from fashion school and everything, or she was at least there. I think she did, though.
I mean, I ain't heard shit about her any of her shenanigans lately, so she has to be doing a hell of a lot
Yeah,
better than she was
must be,
before. Because she could
From setting
not
fires in niggas' driveways. and
driveways. Like,
shit. Man, for like 3 or 4 weeks, though, every week it was like, Amanda Bynes is just out here. What
and then
is
it was
we
like,
gonna
oh, okay,
do?
she's in rehab or she's doing such and such, and then it was like, nope, here it's bad again.
I think she at her mama house just chilling.
I'm glad.
Trying to
That
trying
was
to make it
sad.
through the day.
Yeah, so he had like a little tirade, whatever. On Twitter, Lupe Fiasco randomly joined in, who's another one who is respected musically by more people than I would expect. And so I'm assuming that he's awesome in certain ways. But again, I'm not taking anything away from these people. I just don't know enough to care or comment. Either way, Kanye West had one of his shows where he's performing on that Vanilla Wafer in the Sky.
I haven't watched any footage from Pablo.
It looks like it's exciting to watch. It's basically a huge mosh pit with Kanye West floating above it on what looks like a flat spaceship.
Okay.
His fans scare me.
Yeah, I don't know about 2016 Kanye shows and the people who would be in attendance at those. Like
His hardcore fans between the ages of like 15 and I want to say maybe 22. They frighten me.
So they have like almost no sense. Plus they have money and access and the ability to go out and fuck shit up or just
Usually.
be their absolute worst selves. You mean like the hardcore Kanye stans who feel like he's done nothing wrong and have an explanation for every single dumb piece of shit he ever says?
I wouldn't even know if they feel like he does nothing wrong, but the ones who just eat up all of the stuff that he does say and really look to him as like this influential, artistic, godlike, Walt Disney motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that, it's clear that Kanye West is an artistic genius in many ways, but at the same time, like some of the young kids, it's just standing.
A mosh
Like
pit at
young
a Kanye
stands
show I wouldn't be at.
are terrifying.
I would not go to that.
Exactly. But
Hell no.
if you give me like one of those those seats in like that tier down in the bottom where I'm close so I can see them all mangling one another.
But separated from the group.
But I have a chair and I'm away from the madness. Then I would, I'd watch. It seems like a fun show. Anyway, Kid Cudi. See, this is what happens when I'm talking about people who I have no interest in. So he said at one of his shows, like, Kid Cudi, don't ever mention my name in a negative way ever again. I birthed you, and go fuck yourself, basically. And of course, the whole crowd was like, yes, Kanye said words. I don't really know what Kid Cudi's reaction to that was. Oh, and then Drake at one of his shows said something like, boy, you getting way too high. You need to Cudi.
Wow.
Which
might be wackest bar of the year.
So Drake. Like,
that's really bad.
Like, if niggas ain't writing your raps, you need to just lie and say somebody wrote that.
Right. Is this what happens when you fire your ghostwriter? Because call that nigga back. Hit him up real quick and be like, I was just playing. And I could give you a 50% raise.
No, Drake, I ain't got drunk off the hands of Drake, so I take it back. It just wasn't funny.
It wasn't a good line. But that's all right. Nobody can be hitting on 100 every time.
And you know what? He doesn't deserve a good line because you're Drake.
Drake's got plenty of hits.
Absolutely.
Drake got nominated for a diss track. He's doing just fine.
Drake sleeps with Rihanna.
Look at you.
But then
I was about to say, where does this story go?
Kanye West just had another show, I don't know, maybe yesterday or sometime recently, and he said, man, I love Kid Cudi. He's one of the most influential artists of the past 10 years. He's my brother and I hope he's doing well. Something like that. And the crowd goes, yeah!
Exact same reaction.
Kanye said words! Like,
it really don't matter what you say.
Like, the nigga could honestly say fuck Kid Cudi and then 5 minutes later he'd be like, Kid Cudi's my nigga. And the response would be the same. Yep. They just love the fact that Kanye is in their presence with a microphone speaking to them.
And the words that he's using of absolute no importance.
And I feel like, you know what? When I'm at a Beyonce concert, I lose my sense too. Beyonce could literally say red rum backwards.
Red rum. I'll be like, yeah, B. Let's pull out a little compact mirror. Like, yeah, girl, backwards is murder. Right. Like I'm trying to play the game with her.
Right. Summon them! Let me not say that before y'all hating ass bitches want to act like I'm serious.
Say Beetlejuice 3 times in a row.
And Blue Ivy appears and whoops that motherfucking ass.
Can you imagine? Blue Ivy materializing like, so I've been summoned.
Who has a problem? The Weeknd cut his hair.
Oh my God.
And Kid Cudi also, his baby mom got arrested. I'm not even gonna he's not at a great place. You know what I wanted to say about him? I think that when I read his rants, it seemed to me again as someone who believes that they're talented or knows what they're capable of, and maybe feels like they aren't getting the support or the recognition that they needed. Because how you just gonna out of nowhere be like, Drake and Kanye don't give a fuck about me?
I didn't know Drake and Kanye were supposed to give a fuck about him.
Well, Kanye absolutely introduced Kid Cudi to me.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's not true, but
I don't know the nature of the relationship
are
that
they
he
supposed
had
to
with
be
Drake.
right? Are they supposed to be like mentoring you and helping you develop your new album or something? Like,
I mean, if they were super close friends and then you feel like they're not being supportive friends, whatever, but then do you not have his number?
yeah. See, and so then the question is, if there really is an issue between y'all, why does Twitter have to know about it?
Because
Why
he
is
was
this-
at the
or whatever social you used.
when they did that shit at Madison Square Garden where he played the album and it was the fashion show at the same time and everybody was there plugging in their phones
Was
and
this
shit.
the last? I feel like Kanye goes to Madison Square Garden all the time for events.
It was literally
events
like it
and
was
shit.
the close. Like it was season 3 or whatever, and all the Kardashians were there in big ignorant ass furs.
Oh right, yeah.
And
I remember
everybody's
that.
Kid Cudi was there in an old Davy Crockett hat, getting his life. So I don't know what happened recently. It must have been something new.
Everybody get over it. You guys can text about it, hug, and make up.
And okay,
I haven't heard any of these stories so far this week.
let's
This
talk
is
about
all
the
new.
game. I don't know. Okay. If you want like hardcore details or whatever, my nigga, you're going to have to just do that research yourself. Because when I tell you that I really haven't
I'm
paid
sure
too much
Baller Alert
attention
has
to
a
this.
write-up.
Baller Alert, I'm sure that you can go
Shade
to
Room.
whoever, and you'll get all the info you need. Hot new hip hop. I really don't know. But the game has an album coming out soon. I think it's 1992 is what it's called. And sometime recently he released a diss record. No, first he was at a club and said fuck Meek Mill and he just wants to whoop Meek Mill's ass. And everybody was like,
What?
like, did somebody put a curse on Meek Mill? Like,
Right, he just said that randomly.
did Meek Mill like summon some type of like trickster demon or something in Philadelphia that's just running rampant in his life? Because it's just like
Why is everybody mad at you, bro?
everybody's mad at you.
Like he got caught talking shit and thought and didn't realize that everybody he was talking shit about was like blind copied on the email, and he's
Right.
just going in. Just
Right. Did they had Russia must have hacked him too.
do we know why the game and Meek Mill are? Okay, so we
so-
do, I guess. All right.
I'm doing my best here. Okay. Brace yourself.
You can break down these rapper stories for me, friend.
Just know that it involves Sean Kingston.
Sean King, the chunky one. You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You
Please.
got me
Yes,
so
you are correct, and you can stop right there. That's what we're talking about.
I remember that song. Sean Kingston?
So Sean Kingston is oddly like about it, apparently. Whatever. He was at some club somewhere. I think Sean Kingston lives in Miami, if I'm correct. And I guess this must have happened there, whatever. But at some point, Sean Kingston was in a club, and there was an incident where someone allegedly hit him in the head with a bottle and robbed him of like a 300. I don't remember if it was 30,000 or 300,000. I think it was $300,000 chain. And I remember that story because I feel like he had to go to the hospital or something. Like it was whatever. So the game says that Sean Kingston must have called Meek Mill about it, and Meek told him that he wasn't involved, but it was the game's people that were the ones who attacked and robbed him. So now Game wants to fight Meek Mill
Mill.
because he's saying Meek Mill's a rat and was out here trying to say that they robbed Sean Kingston when they weren't involved or whatever, something like that.
Why would the game rob Sean Kingston?
I don't think that the game robbed Sean Kingston. I think that what was said, if it was said, was that one of his people robbed him.
Okay.
Why, again, I don't know.
Okay.
But that's what Game is mad about. He even went on Wendy Williams,
Oh my God.
like I think day before yesterday, and sat on the couch with her, and they spoke about a lot.
Really?
We'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what he said the whole thing is about. They had at least 20 back-to-back. Meek and Game were literally having a meme war. Just posting photoshopped pictures of each other with these vulgar captions and just being niggas. But at least Game did put it in some music, because I feel like hip hop beef is fun if you keep it in music. You know, like it's fun to hear niggas rap about each other. But you know, unfortunately, we just live in that age where I feel like people feel like they can burn you more, or it'll stick more if it's all done over social media, because all of that stuff gets reposted all of the time.
1,000,000 times.
Whereas you have to like actually listen to a diss record, and that's just daunting.
Right. So much work.
But that's the shenanigans that they're in. I think that Meek tried to bow out of it and take the whole high road and say, you know, it's too much black on black crime. And also, I think his cousin just
what?
His cousin just, I think, got killed. His cousin just died in Philly. I don't know if it was murder or not. I'm not going to get out here lying. But he does have to deal with that. And so he tried to say, like, you know what? I got bigger shit to deal with. Nigga, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Leave it alone. But then I think they both have also posted new memes. It's just like an ongoing social media GIF battle royale.
Yeah.
And the only one so far who has music involved is Game. That's the most I can tell you about it. Sean Kingston also posted something with a very like a Gotham filter over it.
What?
It was very Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
And he spoke a lot of patois and was saying, you know, that the game was a liar and a bitch.
Oh.
And a fake. One day he's a blood and the next day he's a Crip.
So Sean Kingston and Meek Mill are on the same side.
It seems as of right now that they are, you know, on the same side.
Okay.
Drake also posted a photo of Game's album cover and said to go and buy it, so we know where his allegiances are here.
Okay.
And I mean, duh. And so
the problem with this is that none of these people is interesting enough to carry a story by themselves, and so trying to stitch together a fuck to give about the game and wherever y'all found Sean Kingston at, and then Meek Mill, who just continuously, how are you stuck in your city and still taking L's?
Why isn't Meek Mill putting out music? Like, if I were Meek Mill and I'm not a rapper. Didn't the judge say
he couldn't go in the studio though? He can't record or perform. He can't make any music at all.
What?
That's part of his deal. Like, he gets to stay out of jail, but that's part of his.
He's not allowed to. I knew he wasn't allowed to perform. I didn't know he wasn't allowed to record.
I thought that's what the judge said. He wasn't allowed to do anything at all related to music while he was out on house arrest or whatever.
So he's allowed to ride ATVs around the streets of Philadelphia with a whole bunch of niggas with priors and warrants and shit. But he's not allowed to make music. Like, he's not allowed to cultivate and continue his career.
You know what? I hope that is the case, because otherwise it doesn't make sense why he isn't in the studio.
I was about to say, because he should be taking the Young Thug Future out and be dropping a mixtape bi-weekly.
Right, because what else do you have to do? It's like when you're on punishment and you somehow still didn't get your homework done. How? You had nothing else. You weren't allowed to leave the house. You had nothing else to do. Why don't you have two albums
all this
written?
Free time. Right? I don't.
You're not doing shit else with
Where's your
day.
work?
What are you doing? Because Nicki is working. So what do you do? Get up, stretch out.
Nicki has released a 6-minute freestyle apparently over your faves beat. I think
it's not good. I
haven't listened to it.
Well, it isn't good.
Nicki is also in a really odd T-Mobile commercial. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
It's so funny.
T-Mobile will.
It's like she walks in on a date that somebody's having with Snapchat. It's really weird.
Okay.
But the point is that Nicki Minaj is working.
Yes, she is. And she's allowed to move about the country as she would please. So you waking up at 1:30 every day and getting yourself started.
Game also posted a photo and changed his Instagram avatar. This is how petty niggas are. Ladies, don't ever let any one of these ashy knuckle ass niggas tell you that y'all are petty and y'all be the ones telling people business and y'all be the ones doing all this shit. Because when I tell you that they perfected, this nigga changed his Instagram avatar to a photo of him hugged up with Nicki. Because if you remember, he was her like love interest bait in the Pills and Potions video.
Oh, right.
With his shirt all off and his tattoos and shit showing. And so he posted her all over his motherfucking Instagram and her little coochie cutters and stuff with her print showing and like, oh, I would fuck Nikki and she this. He said this was the last time she held a real nigga.
Oh God, I'm looking at it right now. Like, right when you said that, I saw the picture and it says the last time Nikki held a real nigga.
Oh my gosh.
7th grade body having ass nigga. If she take her followers back, you're gonna be back down to 100,000.
No, this was petty, but his jokes were funny. Like
he called him weak meal. That's cute.
Some of them were kind of funny, but then it just like that was the beginning, and then it just wouldn't stop. And it's like, okay, this is less fun a weekend.
I mean, y'all too old for this.
But I do feel like the game actually really does want to fight him. The game also, I think, is like 7'8". Maybe 305,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, and not a like single stitch underneath it.
Compton muscle.
That is just one packed nigga. I'm looking at him now like that's a hefty ass brother. I don't know if you want it with that nigga.
I would just apologize, even if I didn't do shit wrong.
You niggas apologize when a nigga dish you? That's a big problem.
You are petty for that. Wow.
Woo! From my Nikki Stan days.
Anyway, this feels like one of those things that's going to fizzle out eventually. And Game also, and he does this a lot. Game has gotten into it with rappers in the past, and then he'll come around like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later after he hasn't gotten to beat anybody's ass, and he's like, you know what? There's too many other problems in the world, and I just want to be happy. And then he goes like dirt bike riding or something crazy.
Okay. Well, then this will be fun for us for now, I guess.
Let's talk about the other things he said on Wendy.
Why is Meek Mill always he is the one to be made fun of, though? Like, he is the joke.
It's so easy right now.
It's just...
That's why.
Damn.
You must be right about that judge shit, because there's like, I couldn't rationalize why he wouldn't be releasing music right now.
I mean, because niggas just it's bad. Like, even I heard about this, and I actively avoid all news about Meek Mill, and I still heard about the game tearing him apart. I'm like, sis, you just keep losing. This is like the 4th time in a year, but all right.
All that Ishka Bibbles has done for that city, and this is how y'all niggas
all
treat it.
that they have done for the cheesesteak community. Oh well.
Truthfully.
So
Will Smith didn't.
Nah, Will Smith put Philly on the map for me, definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
That was my like introduction to it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. You're right. I'm Southern. I did not know nothing about no Philadelphia. I never saw Rocky.
I just knew that he was born in the West.
Oh, West Philadelphia. I said no, he moved out there. And then, let's see. Anyway, what did the game say on Wendy?
So, on one of these songs, he said something about fucking 3 Kardashians. Or that he has fucked 3 Kardashians. So, of course, Wendy Williams asks him. And basically what we gathered from that is that he fucked Khloe, Kim, and then he said the last one was tricky. Because she asked him if he fucked the 2 younger ones. He said they're not Kardashians. And then she asked him if he fucked the mom.
Important distinction. Good job, Gabe.
He said, I mean, well, technically it's true.
Yeah, technically.
And he said he didn't fuck the mom and he didn't fuck Courtney. And then he was like, it's tricky because China's not a Kardashian yet or something like that.
Oh, I was about to say the only one left.
So apparently he told all of the moms and gays who watch Wendy. That he slept with Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, and Black China.
Okay.
Which is just like...
Because you're eliminating people from the family. I'm like, literally the only Kardashian left is Rob. So this cannot be going.
I was like, when he was... Because then he was like, it gets kind of tricky. I was like, what? Like,
how does this story go?
No. Did I miss? No.
Was it tricky that night?
And then I was let down.
It would be Black China.
The devil would set me up.
So you fuck Kim and Khloe. I feel like Kim and Khloe are probably the 2 easiest ones in that family to fuck. So
the
that's
thing
not hard.
Is crazy about it to me is it's like, why would you? He didn't have to say that. He could have just been like, you know what? I said what I said and I'm not changing it. Like, he could have just left it alone and been like, it is what it is. But he basically like ate it up and confirmed it. Without actually saying, yes, I fucked them.
But I feel like I knew that about the game before he ever said it or insinuated it. Like you saying that out loud, I'm like, of course you fucked Kim and Chloe and of course you did.
I don't think I knew that he slept with Kim, but I did know that he had something with Chloe because I think they used to live together.
He's black and a rapper and in the LA area, so I assume he slept with at least one Kardashian. Name a poppin', even halfway poppin', because we see Tiger. Name a even halfway poppin' rapper on the West Coast that has not fucked.
Jay. That's all I'm saying.
Them community pussies they have over there, please. You just drop a quarter in the slot and you get let right on through.
So are none of them but Courtney attracted to white men?
I think so.
I just think that's really interesting that Courtney is the only one who's like, I'm good.
they're Courtney, I don't know. Maybe Courtney don't like anal. I feel like the rest of them girls are doing stuff that Courtney don't want to do. And anal with a black dick, Courtney's probably like, that's where I draw the line right there. Because I feel like they're not dating regular every day. They're those girls. They're those white girls who only date black men for whatever those reasons are.
That's what I'm wondering, because typically I just feel like date who you want, and I try to be open-minded and stuff like that, especially with interracial dating and whatnot, because who cares? Mm-hmm. But I just find it funny that it's a whole 18 of y'all, and only Courtney, who also has not seemed to have any work done, also has like kids with motherfucking Legos all over the floor and shit. Like,
yeah, she don't
Courtney is just like, I'm
not
just
doing
here.
This. Yeah.
Like, she's the only one who seemed to just be like, hey, even Chris got a nigga boyfriend.
Yeah, she does.
So it's just like, did y'all just decide
together? Was this a family effort?
Only black conk.
And you know they said cock. You know they said cock.
They probably say jizz.
Ugh.
Spunk.
He jizzed on my face. I wiped it up. They put it in a little jar.
Well, so if you ever wanted to know, Game will tell your business. And so here's my thing. Which one of them slept with this nigga after their sister did?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say he fucked Chloe first.
I think he fucked Chloe first.
Yeah, but before the surgeries and stuff. This was a while ago. Like, he fucked Chloe when she was still technically ugly.
Okay, we're done.
And then Kim was probably not too long after that.
We're finished.
Like within 6 to 8 months after that. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, well,
because that's the type of petty bitch Kim Kardashian is. I feel like she would sleep with somebody she knew her sister was sleeping with just to be like,
it's 7:15.
He wants
you
me
have
better
to remember
I'm
that
prettier.
Blackish is coming on tonight.
Oh, right. So let's wrap it on up.
So let's just move on things.
Hey guys, this week's episode of The Read is also brought to you by Casper Mattresses, the most amazing, comfortable mattress you will ever sleep on. Casper combines two technologies, spring latex foam and supportive memory foam, to create an amazing sleep surface with just the right sink and just the right bounce. The mattresses are made right here in the USA, and they have free shipping and returns to the US and Canada. You can buy your Casper mattresses easily online, and it is totally risk-free because you get a 100-day period. Yes, 100 days to return your mattress. So they want to make sure that you are really loving it and getting some of the greatest sleep of your life. Kid Fury is going to tell you a little bit more about Casper.
Absolutely. Listen, right. Better living comes from better sleep. Don't I know it. So get the mattress that Time magazine named one of the best inventions of 2015. Asante will not stop talking to me about how great it is. God. I've actually placed my bum on it a couple of times. Listen, get a Casper mattress for $500 for a twin, $950 for a king size, and you can save an additional $50 towards your Casper mattress by going to casper.com/read and entering offer code READ. That's casper.com/READ. Promo READ. And save $50 towards your Casper purchase. Terms and conditions apply. So go and lay that ass down and have a great night. Now we're back, and it's time for listener letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. Our first one is from Caprina, who says, this question is mostly for Kid Fury because I know Crystal doesn't really get the epicness of Martin. Okay, girl.
I mean...
Kid Fury, I am a fellow Martin stan, and I can quote every episode, so every time you quote lines from the show, I get my life. What are your top 3 Martin episodes? Mine are 3, Dead Plumber, 2, the Nino Brown missing CD episode, and number 1, the talent show featuring Shanae and Kilolo, which is honestly iconic. Anyway, I love you guys at Kid Fury. I cannot wait to see you at your DC show. Thanks, Caprina.
Hey, thanks.
Do you have a top 3 favorite moments? Maybe not episodes, but just moments itself from not the
Moments
that ain't
would be
no
harder.
damn puppy, Gina.
Moments would be harder than
It would?
episodes for me. Yes. I think that God damn it. In no particular order.
Okay.
Fuck. This is so hard. Damn it to hell. Okay. The episode I used to know the names of these. I want to say the episode's called Control, but it's the episode where Gina lost Martin's piston tickets and she had to go work at Shanae's salon.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I want to say Feast and Famine, or Feast or Famine is the name of the Thanksgiving episode with Pass the Peas like we used to do. Just because Mama Payne said, "You still checking them peas, big face?" And that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Like Martin,
Big face is just a hilarious
big
insult.
face, especially because Gina does.
She does have a big
You know what I'm
face.
saying? I know she got tired of them making fun of her head on that goddamn show. And then they did it again on My Wife and Kids.
Right.
Like, fuck.
I was gonna say she got teased for that head on My Wife and Kids too. She
Like-
could not get away from it.
But big face. And I feel like he said that. I feel like Martin said that on the dot. Because the great thing about Martin was they did so much ad-libbing.
Right.
Like the Nino Brown episode with that. The thing that was funniest about that episode to people was how he was acting and carrying that dog around. And they were trying not to laugh
Right.
while it's happening.
Right.
So I said 2. And then third... Third is it's another Shanae episode. The one where, oh God, where Gina and Pam were trying to join this ladies organization. I can't remember the name of it. Fuck.
Like a sorority?
Almost like a sorority for women. For older women. A sorority for women.
Okay.
Like, I can't remember what it was, but they were trying to join this like ladies league or something like that and tried the fuck out of Shanae and her homegirl, Laquita. Mm-hmm. And Laquita and Shanae stormed their little meeting and fucked the whole thing up. And so it was great. Yeah, so I guess those are my 3 favorite episodes I can think of at the moment. But there's so many other great ones.
Yeah, there are. Those sound hilarious though.
You anyway.
I've seen so many episodes of Martin. Y'all act like I don't know nothing about it. It's not like I never thought it was funny.
It's not that you don't. Okay. I mean, it's hilarious.
I mean, certainly. And I remember arguing with white kids in middle school because they would be like, "What about Friends? What about blah, blah, blah?" And I'd be like, y'all don't watch Living Single or Martin, 2 of the greatest shows on television. Y'all don't watch New York Undercover. Like, you niggas is whack. Don't nobody care.
Yeah, Undercover was. My mom used to like Friends. I'd be like,
I never could get into Friends, and the whole black people weren't on it had nothing to do with it. It just, even then, I could tell they had no problems,
they
like
had
no real ones.
Didn't they try to? They snuck in like I think Aisha Tyler at the end.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
something like that.
5 seasons,
Like,
5 or 6 seasons
I
in, they were
wanna
like,
say
guess
deeper
what?
than that.
We have a black friend. Maybe the 8th season. It was only on for
It was
10.
super late into the series. I remember. Will and Grace did the same thing, but yeah, I remember watching some episodes of Friends. I thought Phoebe was funny, but that was pretty much
Oh,
it.
Phoebe was funny. The smelly cat thing. Like, the fact that she always made up little songs for any given random situation was cute to me. But that boy, Ross, oh my God. Probably the worst character ever on sitcom television.
Ross was
The skinny
Ross
one,
with Dave
neurotic
Schwimmer?
one.
The one who played Rob
David Schwimmer.
Kardashian.
He played Rob Oh, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Because it was Chandler.
David Schwimmer.
Well, what was the other one's name? Joey?
Yeah. Chandler,
Okay.
Joey, and Ross.
Okay.
And then Rachel and Phoebe and what's the name sister was supposed Ross's sister. And she ended up marrying Chandler.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox. Well, whatever. That's all the white
Them.
Yeah.
And I watched whatever.
Them white people.
Yes, sure, absolutely.
Well. Having it the motherfucking tables turn. But you know what? I'm going to keep it cute and move right along to our next question.
It doesn't matter.
Comes from Monique, who says, I'll get right to the point. Throughout the years, I've been practicing celibacy for sometimes months or years at a time. And as I get older, I found that it's getting harder to do. I love sex, but it's just at a point in my life where I'm ready to settle down. I'm single and not necessarily looking because I want my king to find me.
I know that's right.
All right. In the meantime, I've been getting me together so I can be ready when he comes. And
Amen.
Listen, I'm all for it so far. The guys that I'm meeting in the meantime are not taking my celibacy seriously. One even laughed. One even laughed at me and said, "Who does that anymore?" It made me feel some kind of way. Like I was the butt of the jokes, no pun intended. And now I'm hesitant to tell guys that I'm celibate. I usually tell them up front, and you should see some of their reactions. And then sometimes they consider my celibacy a challenge for them, and they pull out all the stops trying to tempt me. It gets really frustrating. I want a man who can fuck my mind first and then my body. When I do have sex, I don't even pull out all my tricks because these men have a tendency to lose their mind over my goodies.
I like you, bitch. Let's go to brunch.
Too. Okay. Girl, me too. You have to ration it out because these niggas is crazy. Anyway, when I do give it up, the men become more focused on the sex, so much so that they forget about me as a person. My question is, how do I say what I mean and mean what I say when I'm meeting a guy and the topic of sex comes up? I don't know if you guys have ever practiced celibacy or not, but any advice would be great. What can I say to get these men to understand that I am serious? I love the show, by the way. Looking forward to your response. Sincerely, Mo Fuck Straighted Than a Little Bit, which is a very cute name.
Wow.
Mo Fuck Straighted. I love it.
Wow, I got
Thanks, Monique.
Okay. So
how to get niggas to understand that you mean the words that you say.
Why don't you just build a rocket ship?
I'm about to say, girl, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
Like, while you out here, you might as well just rip a hole in time and space.
The cheat codes for cancer, girl.
Please. By all means.
If we could figure that out, we'd all be rich.
So the interesting, I think it's funny that this nigga had the nerve to say who even does that anymore. First of all, plenty of people are celibate and practice celibacy.
Right.
And I think one of the great things about it, I mean, I'm celibate, but not on purpose. I just
have not met anybody to fuck.
I just haven't. I don't, it doesn't happen. However, I think that the great thing about it, when you stick to your guns, is that it helps you weed out the uglies and the bads and the demonic, and they're just wrong for you.
It does. When you're celibate, it's like, okay, I am not going to call that nigga and fuck him, even though I know he could scratch this itch that I have, but this nigga is just, whatever's wrong with him, I'm gonna have to sneak in through the back door at his mama's house, and I just don't feel like humiliating myself like that. Like, you just make better decisions when you stop letting sex be your number one priority. So for a lot of people, and really probably a whole lot of y'all listening, you probably need to take a conscious break from fucking just to clear out some of the bad decisions you're making in your life.
This hasn't even aired yet, and I still heard people go, psh. Girl,
I ain't gonna quit having no sex.
I mean,
now.
do what you gotta do. I'm saying if you're dating and you're trying to find that person,
right,
then I think it will help you, because a lot of guys who don't take it seriously or who are trying to for whatever reason, talk you out of it, those aren't the guys for you. So you can be like, oh, not you. Right. Oh, not you. Not you either. It's just so much easier for you to be like, okay, no. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, she didn't say until marriage, did she?
No, but
she wants somebody to fuck her mind first.
I'm waiting to give my pussy to somebody who actually stimulates me intelligently first.
Who is worth it.
Somebody who uses words in a smart way.
Because you know what? You don't want to always just, give it up to somebody and then regret it.
Right. I mean, sometimes it's fun to just have random casual sex and who cares? But when you're ready for something different, then that's not going to be fun for you no more. So she's ready for that next level, and she keeps running to niggas who are still on level 1.
Well, thankfully I'm not. However, I understand your plight. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm saying to you is you just got to stick to your guns and say, fuck it. And the guy who comes around who understands and respects it and is willing to wait and just, fuck with you on a spiritual and mental level, those are the ones. And you'll find them. It's not like that nigga doesn't even exist. Now, I'm not going to say that nigga might not still be shit in other areas because no one's perfect.
No one's perfect.
But I just feel like this helps expedite the process of getting the fuck niggas out of your life. Because them niggas who are like, he opened his mouth and laughed. Laughed.
She was like, oh, I'm not having sex. And he thought it was a joke. This is not.
So you know what pussy means to him.
and probably to most of these niggas, they think dating and fucking is the same thing. And it just simply is not, actually.
Dating means we have gone out and enjoyed each other's company.
Yes.
And that is it. As soon as you start adding...
In a romantic context, not like two friends, obviously.
Yes.
Two people who could potentially be interested in each other. But like, that's it. Just because y'all are dating doesn't mean y'all are fucking.
Everything else is just, those are toppings. Everything else, once you add other shit in, you're calling it something else.
Exactly.
Whether you're calling it a friend with benefits, close personal friend, cut buddy. I don't know what people call them.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd be like, we fucking. That's just it. I mean, it's short and to the point. Me and you are having sex, so we might as well. I mean, we also date, but then we also.
Yes.
So.
But we're not fucking because we're dating.
Right.
Fucking because we want to.
Yes, that also.
And we're not dating because we want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, I do, and I feel like probably the best thing for you to do, young Monique, is to just be completely straightforward like you have been with these niggas. And if they have a problem with it, gleefully watch their asses walk away. Like, because it's too much dick out here to be upset that a nigga who didn't want to do nothing but give you dick has decided to move on. That is not literally, dicks show up every 45 seconds. It's not, you will find another one, certainly.
They're just everywhere.
So if you have higher standards and you waiting on something more than just the first dick to show up, stick to those. You deserve to do that for yourself.
All right.
Let's move on to our next question. What?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Trouble?
Sometimes there are just so many sad things in this inbox. Like, this is about somebody's pastor preaching against Black Lives Matter, and I just don't think I can.
Well,
I just
don't believe that my God minds if I take my tithe and offering somewhere else. Like, as long as I pay it.
You know what? But there's a twist in this. So actually, let's just go ahead and do this one because I'm a 24-year-old college student who attends church on the regular, and ever since the Black Lives Matter movement began, my pastor's been saying foul things and bringing up illogical statements like Black Lives Matter doesn't mean anything because Black people kill ourselves and other shit like that. I found myself very upset with this because I'm aware of the state of current society as far as police brutality and racism are concerned. I've opened my eyes and have chosen to see what is really going on. The big problem here is that my pastor is my father. How can I move forward and continue with my life and my views if this is something that my father is preaching against? How can I continue to enjoy worshiping God and have to hear this every Sunday? I've been thinking about changing churches, but I'm not sure how I can bring this up to him. Thanks for all that you guys have accomplished. You have taught me so much about who I want to be and what I stand for. Thanks, Ashley. Well, Ashley... So Ashley's 24 and still in college. So this is a little complicated because I'm assuming your dad still takes care of you up to a certain point.
I would hope he can.
Like, you're probably not totally independent, but way more than like your typical high school student would be.
Assuming.
And if he is the typical Black American preacher / pastor, then he is probably not very open to having his children challenge his beliefs or like argue with him about the way he feels about something. Like, I'm assuming that your dad is not the type that you can just very easily go talk to and be like, I have this concern with you. But that's what you need to do because you have to talk to him about something that is going to affect the both of you, like in a bigger way than normal. Like, you have to say to him, the way you feel about, the movement, all of that bothers me because the things you're saying are factually incorrect. And then I feel like you as a pastor should be using your position with the Black church to do things that help our community and not discourage or tear it down. And if you are going to continue to say things like this from the pulpit, then I have no choice as a woke Black person but to go somewhere else. Now, that's what you probably should say, but it's difficult to say that sort of thing to your dad or somebody in a position of authority. So I think probably most of what you have to do is work up you need to work up the nerve to say it, which is probably harder than anything else.
Probably. But it's something that I think definitely needs to be said. And I mean, I feel like, if you express to him that you are thinking or considering going to another church because of it, if that doesn't, you never know with people. I feel like hopefully that would be eye-opening enough for him to be like, okay, well, maybe I should think about what I'm saying from another. Because all you really need when it comes to shit like this is empathy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to agree with me. Just take 5 minutes, not even, just a minute, seconds even, to just be like, well, let me think of this in another way. Let me think of it in a different perspective than the one that I have been thinking of it and expressing myself from, so I can maybe understand what it is that this person is talking about. Oh my God, you would think that it is like traveling to Jupiter
the world
by foot. Change, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Anyway. So it could either be that he will try and look at it from where you're coming from and maybe have a change of heart, or understand why you have to leave and keep preaching fuck shit. Yeah. Or be like, well, then go. Yeah. I don't know.
Banish yourself from mind presence then or some.
Because thou.
Yeah. Come on, thou. Yeah, it's a hard conversation, but you deserve to not go somewhere where somebody is talking like absolute trash like that, even if it is your daddy. Because I don't give a damn. Daddy, uncle, mama, grandma, whoever. I'm not going to sit in fucking church and listen to nobody talk like Black people are responsible for Black people having to deal with racism. Like, girl, that just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and it's absolutely a tool of the oppressor. If that makes sense.
Come on, Tumblr.
Like, it's absolutely. It's like, that's one of the things that they say all of the time. And for whatever reason, Black people have fallen for that and are now repeating it to other Black people. And it makes literally no motherfucking sense. Like, we could sit here and talk for another hour and a half about
you
why
could play your daddy the
past
bullshit. 3 years of this show.
Absolutely, if you really wanted to.
Because it's like every episode we do this.
I mean, you could play however many weeks ago it was that we came back from overseas and I cussed out that man in customs.
Oh, yes.
Because he said the exact same shit to me when I asked him for his motherfucking opinion at all. So
like, this just was totally and completely unsolicited. So
plenty of reasons and lists as to why that is not only untrue, but it's really detrimental to the Black community for us to be saying it.
It is. All right. Our last question comes from Destiny, who says, I'm 20.
Take Destiny.
What?
She loves to dance. She loves to sing. She loves everything.
She loves everything. All right. I'm a 23-year-old female. She calls herself a female. And I was in a relationship with a guy for almost 7 years. We dated from freshman year in high school until college graduation. We were going 2 different ways in life, so we broke up. And a year after we broke up, I started dating my current boyfriend. Unfortunately, I cheated on my current boyfriend twice in the first month we were dating with my ex.
Unfortunately, twice.
Unfortunately, twice in the first month we were dating.
Cool.
So, of course, that has caused trust issues. I was with my ex for so long, and so naturally we have a deep friendship, which means a lot to me. My boyfriend has gone on my phone and blocked my ex, but I unblock him and continue talking to him. I don't want to keep going behind my boyfriend's back to talk to my ex, and I understand why he doesn't want me to talk to him, but 1, I would never cheat on him again. And 2, my ex is such a huge part of my life. I would never date him again, but I do want to remain friends with him. Am I in the wrong? What do I do? Thanks, guys. Destiny.
Girl, just go back and date him.
Yeah.
Just go back to why do you have a boyfriend?
You are not over your ex.
Why do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah. Why do you have a boyfriend if this is how you feel about it? Like, I understand y'all were together for a really long time. I do. I've been in a big, huge, epic relationship like that. But this extraness that you are doing, the fact that you already cheated on your boyfriend with your ex is exactly why he doesn't.
Twice.
Really, your boyfriend is the one I want to talk to, because my question is, why are you still with you, Destiny, no shade, but I don't understand why your man is with you.
Yeah, he should have broke up with you.
He should have broke up with you in that first month. But if he's still with you and doesn't trust you, then I really don't understand why y'all are together.
And you have admitted that you're going behind his back talking to your ex, that you cheated on him. Like, let's get this out of the way. He's at all words, I can form them.
You can.
He's not at all in the wrong for not wanting you to talk to this nigga because you cheated on him with this nigga twice.
So it makes sense.
Within 30 days. So it absolutely is logical and understanding and fair to say,
girl,
no, I don't like this. So you have already admitted that you're going behind his back, still talking to him. He has every reason to not trust you.
Right.
And you're giving him the reasons. And I understand this mindset of feeling like, oh, well, I want to still be friends with him, but I would never be with him. And again, sort it out, because that's not
You're
it.
still really young, and I think probably in another 5 or 6 years, you're going to look back on the situation like, I should have stopped talking to my ex. We were not really friends any damn way.
Your skin's going to crawl.
Most of y'all, when you are like so desperate to hang on to being friends with somebody you just got out of a relationship with, it's more like, I just don't want you gone from my life completely. Not like, I just really want to be your friend. Because usually that desire to be friends does not come from a friend place.
Ever.
It comes from a I like you or I still want to fuck you type of place. Like,
if you were
every single time.
If you were friends for like 15 years first and then you started dating, which I've always found those stories to be very fascinating. I've always found it really weird. People were like, oh yeah, we were best friends for 15 years and then we got married 5 years ago. And I'm like,
what? Right. I can't fathom marrying my
changed?
best friend.
But yeah, like if you were really great friends first, and you had like a real, not like, oh, we friends, but we were just waiting for the time that we were going to start fucking. No, like real platonic, cool ass friends.
Probably not.
But I doubt that was the situation here. And so what happens in these scenarios, or what is happening, is that you haven't fully let him go. You still have feelings there that you need to sort out, and completely excommunicating him from your life would mean that you don't get those feelings. You don't get to deal with those feelings. You don't get to have him in your life because you still want him to be there because you got feelings for the nigga. So just go back to the nigga or be single, girl.
Right.
Leave this nigga alone.
I mean, because a year after you and your ex broke up, you were still fucking him because you cheated on him with your new boyfriend. So that lets me know that there's at least one thing that the two of you haven't let go of. And I mean, I'm assuming y'all haven't
genitals.
I'm assuming y'all haven't fucked since then. But if you and your current, ask yourself, if me and my man right now break up, how long would it take me to go back to fucking my ex? Probably 2 weeks or less. Probably. So the whole friend thing, like that, I feel like you need to be really, really honest with yourself about this friend situation, and if that's what's really going on, or if you're just not ready to let go. Because 7 years is a long time, and it's totally understandable if you are not over the end of that relationship yet. But that's something you need to deal with on your own, and don't bring somebody else into your shit. Because your boyfriend don't deserve that.
All the time. I used to say that shit all the time too. I don't have a single ex I'm friends with, but I don't have an ex that I feel any kind of way about. I don't have an ex that I would like ignore them if they needed something, or scoff if they saw me in public and spoke.
I would. The Hamburglar.
Well,
that bitch. That bitch. But we don't have to go down that road.
Don't.
She's the only one. The rest of them, you know, if you were on fire, I would pour water on you.
That's nice.
I don't want them to die.
Cool.
And like some I could even, like there's a couple in Oklahoma I see when I go back, and we're, you know, we hang out and it's fun, like a regular friendship. But as far as like real keep in touch, you know, on an everyday or regular basis type of thing, I just don't need that with my exes. I already have friends. And most of them came into my life in a I'm interested in you capacity, not in a I would love to be friends, let's go to the movies and not kiss or fuck type of way. So it's just not. Sit down with yourself, Destiny.
There's a difference between being friends with your ex and being like cordial and cool and polite with your ex whenever you so happen to interact with each other because the universe fated it that way. Like, you end up in the same place or at the same party, or the nigga's car broke down in hell and he has no other person's call. Like, just something, but other than that.
I would never cheat on you again. Doesn't sound reassuring. I'm just telling you. Like, your boyfriend, I'm not surprised that he doesn't feel better when you say that. Because
you did it twice.
I'm surprised. Like, it should have been a condition of y'all getting back together that you stopped talking to your ex. But
you need to get that shit in writing.
Yeah, y'all work it out. Good luck, Destiny. I hope you figure it out. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com, and we'll be back.
This week's episode of The Read is brought to you by Me Undies. And hopefully you wear your drawers every single day. I mean, a fresh pair. But it's time to slip into something that doesn't just look better, but feels better too. All kinds of people listen to this show.
That's right.
Me Undies has created the world's most comfortable underwear with Modal. That's Modal. When you can name your kids that. It's for free. A blend of fabric that is 3 times softer than cotton. My ass can tell you itself that it is an amazing experience. It's very soft. It's very luxurious. And I suggest you try it yourself. They've got tons of different colors and patterns, from classic to bold to sexy to childish. Anything that you want, you can get. Yes,
you can. The colors and prints are really cute. And like Fury said, it feels amazing. The draws just feel good on your body. It's like a little spa vacation for your genitals. We just got a pair with the newest design, Summer Sunset. It's like a geometric pattern with colors that make you want to just go out to the beach one more time, before it's all over. But it's New York. It's already over. Anyway. You can get 20% off your first order at MeUndies.com/theread for a limited time. And if you don't love your first pair, it's free. You definitely have no excuses not to try out one of our new favorite underwear brands. And all orders in the U.S. and Canada ship absolutely free. So once again, visit MeUndies.com/theread to get 20% off your first order. Use our link. Let them know that The Read sent you. Seriously, upgrade your underwear situation. And now let's keep it pushing.
This week's episode is also being brought to you by Bevel. We've mentioned to you before that multi-blade razors can do all kinds of damage to that skin. They can cause irritation and razor bumps and just have your face looking like the mosh pit at the St. Pablo concert.
No.
Hair removal creams can be worse. They're messy and they can leave you with burns and blotchy discoloration, and they just smell like death. So... But like the bomb in Gilead, Bevel is here with a healing.
Come on.
I want you to know that that's here in the script. I go off script, but I just wanted to shout out that that's in the text.
Oh.
Bevel is the dermatologist approved and proven to reduce and prevent razor bumps, discoloration, and irritation. 9 out of 10 customers come back month to month to make sure they keep getting that Bevel blessing. It's really a great razor, and it honestly does work. It's awesome, and I can't wait to get the clippers.
Yes, it does. Shout out to Tristan Walker and the whole team over at Bevel. It is an amazing product, so make sure you support this amazing black mind by picking up a Bevel razor today. Go to getbevel.com and enter promo code THEREAD at checkout to save 20% on your first month's order. That's GETBEVEL.com. Promo code THEREAD. Start shaving everywhere. Smarter today with Bevel and The Read. And now let's wrap up the show.
So we're back and it's time for The Read.
It is. I'm not sure why I did that little whore giggle at the end, but
Sure.
Trying out some new things.
Okay. Are you talking about Terrence Crutcher?
Whom? Oh, Terrence Crutcher. Sorry, I just saw another email and I was momentarily distracted. I don't really want to. And so if you would like to, please do.
Do you have a read?
I do have a read, but
it's unrelated.
Yes. I mean, I want you to say whatever you need to say.
Okay, because mine is not.
Mine isn't either. That's the thing. Like, the thing about.
I was actually just going to start this by saying.
You know what? Just do it, friend. Just do it.
I was just going to say that I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But don't think for a second that this is one of those things that I'm just going to be like desensitized to. Yeah. It gets to a point where it's like, oh, okay, another one. And I don't spend all day in bed. But every single time it happens, I can physically feel like this shift in my being, and I'm so exhausted and tired of it. But what I did want to say was, each and every single one of you bitches who had something to say about Colin Kaepernick's kneeling and protesting this very thing, all of these weeks that he's been doing
That's
it.
right. You better do it.
I have found that most of y'all haven't said anything. I haven't seen any of you girls updating your social medias. Kate Upton, I haven't seen say anything about it yet. I haven't seen Kid Rock's white ass say anything about it yet. You know, most of you girls who are complaining about this old slavery ass song,
right,
that you don't even know the goddamn lyrics to, haven't said anything about this or this actual problem that exists in our country, and not the lyrics to the song about the war that's been done forever. Like,
right.
So I just wanted you to know that I see y'all exactly for who you are. I am not at all surprised, and each and every single one of you can suck a manatee's gooch from Monday to Monday.
Right.
For all of eternity.
I mean, it's a long list of y'all who has something to say, too. Drew Brees and Tiki Barber, half the NFL,
Joe.
Aaron Rodgers.
Where are your words?
Fucking.
Terrence wasn't even the only one, I think, in the last week. Because I saw, I want to say I saw two other names. Yeah. At least one other. So, eventually we're going to have to address the real problem here. We are. I saw Hillary say something like, oh, we need to have a change. A change needs to come. Okay, so you're supposed to be the president, right? Are you supposed to be trying to be president?
Right,
give us some ideas. Can we have...
What are you going to do? Because all I ever hear you talk about is protecting the fucking police. So what are you going to do to protect black American citizens from the police? Hillary Clinton. I want to know the answer to that.
Because that man literally didn't do anything. Literally didn't do anything. So,
and it's quite crazy to read a story like this, because I refuse to watch the video, but to read the story and be like, either. I've been on this street, I've driven down that street a million, this is Tulsa, I grew up there, I know that city, I know those people, I know that could have so easily been me or my people, literally. That is, I'm sorry, my bad.
Well,
I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of this happening.
I just wanted to express something about that, although I don't want to focus on it because I'm just that tired. And I feel like at this point we're going to be talking about a black life lost to the hands of some ignorant ass cop who had nothing better to do besides exercise this surge of power that they're given by the real powerful racists in this country. Because that's all that cops really are to me, whether they realize it or not. In these situations, they're pawns. Even, did you see Steve Wilkos on The Breakfast Club?
Steve Wilkos was on The Breakfast Club.
I don't know why.
Steve from Maury? Not
Jerry
Maury,
Springer.
Jerry.
But he had his own show that was supposed to be like Eon
Steve, but it wasn't really.
No. But he used to be a cop in Chicago, and he got on there and basically ripped them to shreds. And they asked him, why is it that no one ever, cops never say anything? And he says they're scared. Mm-hmm. Because they're scared that they could lose their jobs or their life too. Flat out said that shit. These motherfuckers could kill you over being that motherfucker who was y'all are ridiculous for doing evil, for being wrong. Mm-hmm. Other cops are afraid to call out cops for doing something that is clearly fucked up.
Right. But y'all think we don't need police reform.
But y'all think that it's okay, and let's just focus on the fact that blue lives matter rather than focusing on the fact that a lot, there are great cops, girl. Duh, there are great cops. There are cops that do their job and want to, affect change and great change in their community. But there's a whole lot of them who are out here who ain't getting who ain't have no friends or no motherfucking dates in high school or whatever, and went to whichever academy and did whatever the fuck so they can run around here and start shooting hoes. And we just need to talk about it.
Lord God.
And address it and fix it. That's it. It's not like we should let's just get rid of the cops. Let's just not ever have police anymore, and let's just be our own police. That's the America that Black Lives Matter wants. No, we want y'all to do your goddamn jobs that I pay my goddamn taxes every quarter for you to motherfucking do, bitch. That's what we want you to do. Or drop that goddamn badge in your nearest trash receptacle and eat a bald eagle's dick, bitch. Anyway, on to my real read. On another note, I feel like this might be a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
A young lady at the Emmys that you were at.
Mm-hmm. I was there.
She was blessed with the presence of an icon by the name of Jennifer Lewis.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't do this. Oh no.
And for whatever reason,
Oh no.
as Miss Jennifer Lewis, queen of film, television, Broadway,
queen,
is walking away, and this girl called her Wanda Sykes.
Oh my God.
Sweetheart, I'm not going to give you the aggression that I planned on giving you originally because you apologized. Okay, you apologized, and I'm going to give you your, I'll take just a little bit of this heat off, even though she had the nerve to say in this apology that, I just heard the voice, and I thought, it was Wanda Sykes.
Bitch, no you didn't.
Wanda Sykes has a very distinct voice.
Yes.
Jennifer Lewis also has a very distinct voice. These voices are not in any way similar.
It's not.
Like, if I had my eyes closed and Wanda Sykes started speaking, I would know it was her. The same way, they're not even close. That's like saying, I heard the voice and I thought it was Jennifer Tilly, but it was Jennifer Hudson. Like, no.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you?
It's like, I heard Michelet, but I thought it was like Kelly Price.
Stop. You could have stopped after Michelet and said anybody else. It just wasn't.
Like, if you can't do basic things like, and it's no shade. Wanda Sykes is great. You know what I'm saying? They're both on Blackish.
She's on Blackish.
They're both hilarious on Blackish. Jennifer Lewis's rap sheet, her record is so long. Like,
Wanda Sykes could only dream of having Jennifer Lewis's
respect her name.
fucking credentials, man.
That's it. Put respect on her name. How dare you?
Jennifer Lewis, who has been on Broadway, bitch? You really just...
Several of the times.
Sis?
I said Broadway, film, television, music. Jennifer Lewis, who gave you I Don't Want Nobody Fucking With Me in These Streets just 2 days ago. And you still called her Wanda Sykes. You should be ashamed of yourself, and I know that you are. But I'm going to give you a break because you apologized. She said she was mortified and she felt bad instantly. And apparently she said she apologized when they came back for a commercial because I didn't see that part. But get it together.
I feel like Jennifer Lewis was like, Lord, please.
Right? Can you imagine? She had to go somewhere and was like, do you know that bitch had the nerve to call me Wanda Sykes?
So annoying.
I said Wanda Syke. Anyway.
And I'm sure she and Wanda Sykes are like friendly with each other. Like, it's not even no hateful type shit, but just really, I'm tired of white people not knowing the difference between black people.
And that's the thing. I don't even think that girl was white. I don't know what she was, but she didn't look Caucasian.
Whoever y'all are.
Either way, what she was
can't tell
wrong.
the difference between, right. You need to know the names and faces of the people you talking to. Like, at least pretend that you are humble enough to be in the role you're in, girl. You are interviewing her. How you gonna mix her up and just the total wrong ass person?
And if you ain't sure, don't say nothing. Like, that's the thing that I've always, you couldn't have possibly been certain that was Wanda Sykes because it wasn't. So, then just don't say her name.
What's that white girl that everybody loves? She's on the Hunger Games and all that.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence, yes. Can you imagine if somebody called, like, I don't know, some sickening, legendary white woman, like Barbara Streisand. If they called Barbara Streisand Jennifer Lawrence or something, can you imagine the white outrage?
I'm sorry.
Like, are you? Well, that don't even count because Barbara Streisand is way older. But you see what I'm saying? Like, white people don't, or whatever. Like, I'm tired of black celebrities being mixed up and just casually confused with one another all the fucking time. Anyway, that's annoying as fuck.
Also, Marc Jacobs had a fashion show for New York Fashion Week.
You just run right on through all of it, friend. You just do it.
His models, including, I believe, Kendall Jenner, were walking down this runway with these weird Lady Gaga multicolored dreads.
Really bad.
And you know how I feel about white people with dreads. I just feel like it shouldn't happen.
Especially them yarn fucking pink and blue ones.
Just everything ain't made for that texture. Like, you just can't naturally have, it looks bad. But do what you want with your body. Either way, so people, had their feelings. And I typically, when these types of things, I feel like this is so petty and so stupid. And it's another one of those things that white people absolutely know that we're going to say this when it happens, and they do it anyway. And so I figure, like, have your dreads and look stupid if you want to. I'm going to focus on actually making sure that we can live. But then this bitch had the nerve to get on Instagram and say, all who cry cultural appropriation, which he put in quotes,
oh my God,
or whatever nonsense about any race or skin color wearing their hair in any particular style or manner. Funny how you don't criticize women of color for straightening their hair. First of all, Mark, A, that's wrong, and your white dumbass wouldn't know that. And B, that ain't got shit to do with this, because there are plenty of women of color who have naturally straight hair, just like there are women of color who don't. And either way, your white asses just ain't gonna have dreads. Like, you're not gonna have dreads that look like ours. True. Because your hair can't do that. And so... And
there are plenty of black people with red and blonde hair, too, for all of you not to part your lips and tell that lie.
You know that I was diving right on into that one. You know I was going over there.
I did. I knew it.
Because they love talking about that blonde hair and red hair and shit like that.
They love it.
Google, friend. Google. It's what? 6 letters? It's not hard. Then he goes, I respect them and am inspired by people and how they look. I don't see color or race. I see people. I'm sorry to read that so many people are so narrow-minded.
Oh, my God.
Ronnie. Love is the answer. Appreciation of all, dick in the mouth, whatever. So, of course, he got lit the fuck. That was worse. You might as well just shut your ass up. You might as well just say, well, I thought it was cute.
I couldn't believe it. After he had been going back and forth with people, I thought that was going to be the worst of it. But then he got on Instagram. Like, girl, why? Why?
You could have just, if you said anything, you were better off just saying, I thought it was cute, period. Done. Like, done.
I thought the style was cute. I'm really sorry. I did not mean to offend you guys. And then leave. People are still going to be mad, but that is an apology. The rest of this, and I don't know why you guys are mad, and I don't see color anyway, it's just...
I mean, because this wasn't an apology. This actually was him mocking the fuck out of people who are, again, speaking about real issues. Like, why the fuck when black people have... It's not like we come up with something every week that's different that we complaining
right.
about. We have talked about this stuff for literal years, decades and decades, centuries. Like, this is stuff that's been going on forever, ever. We've been talking about this all the time. That's why I say you know it's going to happen before you do it, and you don't care. So don't treat our feelings and our concerns and our demands for respect as if it's like nothing and it shouldn't matter because it's art. Bitch, no, that's not the way the culture works.
Right.
It just isn't. You don't just have free reign to insert yourself into whatever culture because you admire it. No. And that's not just white people and black people. That's any culture. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't get to just go. I saw People magazine have the nerve the other day to tweet some shit about put apples in your guacamole. I said somebody should sue y'all. Like,
what?
Mexico
no Mexicans on staff.
Mexico already ain't fucking with us like that because of this dumbass out here running for motherfucking office talking about walls and shit. And then you have the nerve on Mexican. I heard it was like Mexican appreciation or independence or something like that. The month Hispanic heritage, all of these things going on, and you want bitches to put apples. Why you always want to put fruit, raisins, and shit and stuff that is minding its business?
It don't need no sweet.
That's not what it's about.
It don't need no crunchy. It don't need that from apple.
Let Mexican food be Mexican food. Why y'all gotta white up guac? Guacamole is minding its business.
White people be putting peas and macaroni and cheese and shit like that too, though. You just can never tell.
Oh God, they want to put kernels and cornbread. Like, can't it just be cornmeal, bitch? Like, why you?
Cornbread does not mean literal kernels of corn.
You don't have to put corn kernels in
white people
the
so
bread.
Extra with everything.
My God. Then this bitch gets on Instagram again. Because I'm sure somebody called him and was like, well, girl, they have to buy the clothes. Like, somebody was like, son, they are going to spend money. Like, people need to purchase these things. So he posts this picture on Instagram. It's just all black with white lettering. It says, I have read all your comments. Then the caption says, And I thank you for expressing your feelings. I apologize for the... Stay with me.
Okay.
I apologize for the lack of sensitivity unintentionally expressed by my brevity. I don't know who wrote this for her, but I love when they started getting over to thesaurus.com and spicing it up so a bitch don't know what the fuck they talking about. Don't worry, I'll break it down. I wholeheartedly believe in freedom of speech and freedom to express oneself through art, clothes, words, hair, music, everything. Of course, I do see color. See is in quotation marks. Why?
Oh, he did put it in quotation marks?
Know. Yes. But I do not discriminate. That is a fact. Please continue to express your feelings freely, but do it kindly. Nothing is gained from spreading hate by name-calling and bullying. So he's tired of y'all making fun of him for having his girls be wearing dreads that they was going to take out afterwards, whatever. But I just want to clarify that this is not an apology.
No, it isn't.
This is you saying, I'm sorry for the way that it sounded when I dragged y'all over me being racist. Like that, and then he immediately gets right back into what he said before, but trying to say it in a nicer way. It doesn't change anything, and nobody said that you discriminated, bitch. They said that you got people out here looking the goddamn fool wearing Negro hair, and they look stupid, and you made it worse. So you can keep it in your motherfucking black clothes and your watches and whatever the fuck else. I don't think I own anything by Marc Jacobs, so I should be good. But if I did, I'd be burning it. I just want you to know that, and I will make sure that I never purchase anything from you. Tommy Hilfiger to the bullshit. Also,
Jesus, you got 4 reads this week.
I just want for the girls to leave me alone in one avenue. So I made some jokes about Alicia Keys because Alicia Keys posted a video of herself playing the piano.
What did you do?
With some like Pocahontas pigtails. She's playing a remix to Timmy Turner by Designer that she called Tina Turner. It was a fool.
It was?
Yes.
I was about to say, this sounds like it might have been lit.
It was hilarious.
Okay.
But it was just like Alicia's high and Alicia's having a great time.
We know
and
high
she
is
wanted
where
to
Alicia
share us.
stay.
Like, I would be really surprised if Alicia doesn't smoke weed. Like, she just always seems stoned as fuck.
It ain't no way in hell.
So we were joking about it, and I think I said something along the lines of like, Alicia Keys always has a piano in her sports bra just in case.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I'm picturing this bitch pulling out a keyboard, screwing it together like,
just in case
give
you
me
never
1
know.
minute, y'all.
Like an IKEA piano that she just builds within 5 minutes.
Whoa.
But anyway, I thought it was funny.
It was clearly funny.
So Swizz Beatz tweeted me and said, Swizz Beatz sent me a tweet and he said, "Take it easy, fam." And I responded by saying,
What does that mean? Take it easy?
like leave his wife alone, I guess.
But who was talking to you? Like, okay, I guess.
I mean, I didn't think there was anything wrong with him defending his wife.
I mean, no, I don't think he's like really gonna run up on you, but that just seems like the type of comment like you could have.
No, he laughed later.
Oh, okay. You guys are friends.
The point is, I thought the shit was funny. But the read is, there were so many people after he tweeted that to me, which I didn't even take offense to or feel like he was mad. I feel like he was just like, okay, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's my wife.
Right, like chill. Which I feel like is fair.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever. It didn't change the fact that I thought that the video was crazy and we were laughing our asses off about it. So then a whole bunch of random Alicia Keys fans enter my mentions talking to me about all of her accolades, the Grammys that she's won, the record sales that Songs That Ain't Mine had, and the Diary of Alicia
We know all
Keys,
this.
and how much Aretha Franklin appreciates her, and how, she had Beyonce on that song. She never released a music video for. And I'm just like, I know all this already. Like,
We've all been around for Alicia Keys' career. She just started in 2000, 2001. We've all been here for it.
I was there at the beginning.
Yeah. So we remember the sleigh from Songs That Ain't Minor and Diary. We know.
So my point is this. You can be legendary, you can be iconic, you can be a genius, you can be extremely talented and still do something crazy that we're gonna laugh at. I'm not taking anything away from Alicia Keys' musical genius. I'm not taking anything away from her ability to play the fuck out of piano, steel drums, guitars, triangles, bongos, whatever the fuck.
A piano tucked up in them titties. You ain't shit.
It just felt appropriate at the time.
You said sports bra on purpose. That's why he told you to chill on them lesbian jokes.
I think that's what it was. I do think that's what it was.
Woo! Every time I think about it, it just takes me out all over again.
Anyway,
You ain't
so
shit.
I had to
Damn.
basically tell these girls, like, I know that Alicia Keys is talented and I don't dislike her. Why can't I just make jokes? Like, why? Oh, well, you would feel the same way if people did that to Beyonce. I didn't feel the same way when people were dragging the fuck out of Beyonce over those bangs she had there. You remember a couple years back when she had
slightly asymmetrical bangs, the mid forehead bangs.
Like, if it's funny, it's funny. Like, and so I'm not.
Them bangs were a rough period for me as a stan.
And I don't. Oh
My
man,
God.
I stayed in the
Even
house.
now, I feel like when she had pictures taken of her, the bangs looked the way they were supposed to. But when everybody else took a picture of her, it was like the bangs just.
I never liked
It was
them.
really, the bangs were tricky, man. They
I didn't
were
like
tricky.
them in any light lens. I did not like them at all.
I
And
had my
stand by
moments
it.
with them, but for the most part, I was so glad when she switched out that wig. Oh my God.
Oof, when she,
And she didn't care that we thought they were ugly either. It was like, she was like, oh, y'all don't like them? I'm wearing an extra wig.
and she may have not even she may have agreed, but she was like, "Oh, bitch, well, you're not gonna tell me."
Y'all
to
gonna
do-
tell me that I can't? Oh, y'all forgot
You
who
gonna
the
get
fuck
into
I
these
am.
banks for an additional 7 days.
Right. See the niggas.
I don't think that it's also hard to tell when we respect an artist and are laughing at them versus when we don't give a fuck about them at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we've made jokes about tons of people that we enjoy and respect. And that's just the type. I don't have a problem saying that I think something looks crazy or sounds crazy. And then the next day saying, oh, that person's dope and they're awesome because I'm allowed. I don't feel like I need to be one-sided with anyone, even if you're talented as fuck or super awesome or crazy. You know how many legendary chart-topping ass motherfuckers are out here looking and sounding crazy on a daily basis, and y'all laugh and don't say nothing about it? So why can't I laugh at Alicia Keys making a Tina Turner remix to Timmy Turner acoustic? Like, it's funny, girl. Why we can't laugh?
No, it's funny because you said that bitch had a piano in her sports bra. That is what the fuck is.
Both can be funny. That's not even the point. The point
The
is,
imagery is Alicia Keys walking around the house in basketball shorts.
I didn't say basketball shorts, bitch. You said that. I said a
Adidas
sports
flip-flops.
brassiere, and all kinds of women wear sports bras. Thank you very much. Alicia could have just came from working out.
Oh, yeah, but you meant it in a dyke way, and I love
You
it.
don't know what I meant.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, I ended it by saying I'm getting off the internet and y'all go and buy in Commons on iTunes now or something. And I put some stupid gif, and that's when Swizz Beatz said like laugh my ass off or whatever. And I was like, see, he gets that I'm joking. It's you bitches who want to be out here arguing over Alicia Keys' rich ass with her motherfucking kids and her nigga at home who don't know you. Like,
You know, stans, niggas on the internet always ready to turn up when the people you actually talking about either don't care or roll their eyes or laughed at it too.
look at how much we make fun of Jennifer Hudson for being loud as fuck. Do you think I would ever knock Jennifer Hudson for her talent or for the fact that that bitch can sing circles around
No.
several people?
No.
And the fact that that bitch is gorgeous? Like, she's just
It is
loud
what
and
it
it's
is, but
funny.
when you loud, you loud, girl.
It's just
You just
funny.
are loud.
You talk about Alicia Keys and her relationship with Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin is another legend. And look at the dresses that she chooses to wear, talking about beautiful gowns. From time to time, certain things are just funny, and we should be allowed to say it. And you should be allowed to laugh at it, even if it's you. That's it. I'm just saying.
Yes, amen.
That's it. I'm done.
Well, now I have to go find this tweet about the sports bra because I will not.
I did not delete it.
Okay, fantastic.
At
I
all.
will find that immediately. I just have two quick things. First, I want to remind white people, especially police officers, that black people don't do PCP. That's not us.
I have never heard of that.
That is, I think it was really popping in like the 70s or something. But
Yeah, I didn't know people still did it.
if you're going to lie and
So
say
black
that a
people.
black man you shot had drugs on him, say something that isn't PCP because we don't. That's y'all.
I've literally never.
We
heard
just
of a
don't
black
do that.
person
Especially
doing
no
that.
black man in his 40s or 50s. He's not doing that shit, girl.
I
The
don't.
most I believe a black man have on him is some weed and maybe a couple Black Miles. But a nigga in Tulsa don't have no PCP on him. Okay.
Yeah, you
We're
know
just
Tulsa
gonna-
better than me. I know a couple of niggas do coke.
Oh,
but
child. Tulsa niggas not even doing coke, okay? Because
Right.
in Tulsa, that's still for white people. So literally just weed. I just want to remind y'all to tell better lies. When you say that you thought he was reaching into his car for a weapon, you have to, make sure you're taking into account the situation and realize that the window was rolled up and there's blood on it. So the idea that he was reaching inside of it to get a gun to shoot you doesn't make sense. He can't do that when the window's rolled up, girl. And the man there's multiple videos, multiple viewpoints of him standing there and you shot him. Anyway, quick reminder, white people, we don't do your drugs. So just come up with better lies. But my read this week.
Oh, you forgot the lie about the thinking the gun was a taser.
Oh, right. And she mistook her gun for her taser, which is surprising because her partner recognized his taser and fired his taser. But you just, I mean, and y'all keep telling this lie like tasers and guns feel the same in the hand and they don't weigh the same.
They don't
You're a
look
fucking
anything
police
alike.
officer. If you can't tell the difference, Betty, and the fact that this bitch's name is Betty just sends me over the moon. But I don't want to.
Just get a job at Big Lots.
I'm not. I'm just reminding white people right now to tell better lies. Just do better. PCP we don't do.
I don't know it.
Now, what I want to talk about this week, this was going to be my read before this stuff in Tulsa and Charlotte popped off, but you people who don't fly on a regular basis, let me explain something to y'all. This whole process, being on an airplane, cross-country flights, it's annoying. Nobody's having a good time. Nobody in coach, nobody in economy is having a good time.
That's right.
Maybe economy plus, but that's pushing it. So
You are right. You satisfactory.
So I was coming back from the Emmys on Monday, landed at JFK, and I'm in row 32. So that means there's probably 48 rows on this bus,
right.
this flying bus.
Yeah.
So I'm towards the back.
Right.
So I already know as soon as the plane lands, I might as well just sit here because I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Because I'm in row 32, not row
Right.
2, Okay. So I'm sitting here. It's probably a good 10, 15 minutes. The plane is slowly clearing out. I fly all the time, so I know how this works. People are standing up like they always do in the aisle, just trying to be the first
I've
one off the
always
plane.
been confused
People
about that.
always do that. Like, girl, you can stand for the next 20 minutes if you want to, but I'm going to
Why?
stay seated right here. Right. Because you standing right there doesn't mean you're getting off this plane before I...
Like you're not going anywhere.
So maybe you might just be ready to stand. And after 5 hours on a plane, I get it. But there are laws of physics at play here, and you simply cannot just whoosh your way past a plane
do
full of
it.
people. If you need to get off the plane as soon as it lands, you're going to have to pay for a first class or business class ticket or upgrade to the bad bitch and economy section. You're going to have to do something to push
Or
you
just
closer to
wait.
the front of the plane. Because when you are at the back of the plane, you are getting off last.
That's just how it
Why do we have to explain this to people? So let me tell you. I'm sitting here thinking, is Shake Shack still open? Because a bitch really could use some cheese
Woo!
fries right now.
in that JF.
And flying to JFK, the number one reason I don't mind JFK is
Multiple Shake
Two
Shacks.
Shake Shacks,
That's
okay,
right.
in Terminal 4. But anyway,
So
my
true.
fat ass. So,
Go ahead.
and they have breakfast too. But anyway.
Because I'm going to JFK in the morning. I just remember.
Oh, I'll be a LaGuardia. But anyway, that's not the point.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here. I'm at the window, like I always am. So it's two white people in the row with me, and then two white girls ahead of me. So two white girls ahead of me are getting up and getting off the plane, but you know how sometimes when the plane is super packed, sometimes you don't get to put your stuff right above where you're sitting.
Yeah.
So one of the girls had to go back 2 rows to get her bag out of the overhead.
that.
So annoying. If you're in that situation, the best thing to do, if you're in that person's way, is just turn around and help any way you can.
Right.
If you can lift the bag and pass it to them, it's not too heavy or whatever, just get it to them so we can get the fuck off the plane.
It makes it so easy.
I know you don't want to help because it's against American rules to be kind to others, but just do whatever you have to do to get that person the fuck off the plane because they're in front of of you. So this white girl is trying to get her stuff out of the overhead compartment, and these two foreigners, I don't know what country they're from, but they were white. Oh, Scotland, because I saw the gate they were going to. But they were antsy and like really in a rush because they were about to miss their flight back to Edinburgh or whatever the fuck. And the man, the husband of the couple was like so agitated about this that he just started bum rushing these white girls. Like literally put his head down and had his arm up and was like, move, move, and just kept saying move and trying to push back. And you know I had my headphones on, so I was like, la-ta-ta, white people and their feelings, none of my business. But then they started hollering. So I said, let me just do something for womankind right now. So I took my headphones off and I'm like, well, what's the issue? Because the flight attendants are up at the front trying to get everybody the fuck off the plane. And this man is like, we need to go. We have a connection. I said, sweetie, the whole fucking plane is full of people who need to go and have connections. That isn't how this works. You still don't get to just push past these girls like they don't exist, like they're physically still right in front of you. And not only are they in front of you, but they 2 rows in front of you, which means I'm in front of you, which means you're not getting off this plane before they do or I do. So you being so mad right now and in such a rush to make your connection when, I mean, it's understandable what you should have done 30 seconds ago was just turn around and help get that girl her fucking bag if you needed to get off the plane that fucking fast. You cannot just act like there are no physical bodies in front of you. Like there are people physically, literally in front of you. You do not get to vaporize and then materialize again at the front of the plane and walk off.
Such limited room.
That is part of the shittiness of being on an airplane. And so, you know, white girls, they're not finna take no blatant disrespect.
You bet your white ass.
Especially from somebody who ain't American. So, and you know, I'm really not for the go back to your own country or whatever shit that people do. Like, I feel like that's really gross.
But that's what he wanted to do.
Right. I mean, and girl, you're not helping because going back to his own country. And that's what they started doing. A bunch of like, you don't get to yell at us. This is America, bro. And if I am not off the plane yet, then there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm like, technically, these bitches are correct. And I don't appreciate the way this man is hollering at them and trying to shove through them. And now I'm sticking up for them. So he hollering at me. And I'm like, well, now you really got the wrong black bitch. Like, I'm really not the one. And then some token behind him speaks up and is like, the girls just need to get off the plane. I said, would you get off the plane without your fucking bag? And so he just looks at me and says, you just got to get off the plane, man. Get off the plane. I said, would you get off the plane without your bag, though? Honestly. Who gets off the plane without their bag because people behind them are in a rush to get off the plane? You niggas don't fly. And that's fine. You don't fly. And you feel like it should be first come, first served, or, you know, just whenever you're ready to get off the plane, fastest. A door should open and just maybe somebody should prop open a window and let you slide on out. Like, girl, this isn't, it just simply is not how it works. If the rest of you would just take into account that you are on a fucking airplane, things work differently. You have to fall in line and operate so that the rest of us can, this process should not have to be difficult. This should be so much more smooth. Like, but you trying to insist that you somehow magically just zoom past 15 rows of people and get off as soon as the plane lands just isn't going to work, girl. You brought a broke bitch seat just like the rest of us. You're in the back of the fucking plane. It's just what this isn't Southwest. Only Southwest lets the people in the back board first.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't how this works. So I just want all of you who are not used to getting on an airplane on a regular basis to just maybe Google some tips on how to be a great passenger or just like best practices and tools, something to equip you on your airplane flights because y'all just don't know how the fuck this works.
They need to start getting on the microphones and saying, look, we're going to be pulling up to the gate in just a few minutes. We would suggest that the further back you are, the calmer your ass is.
I mean, really, if you're not in the first 10 rows, you might as well just relax
every time,
because y'all who stand, and there's so many of y'all who think because you stand up first that means you can just walk right on off the plane, and then you get agitated and annoyed and be all frustrated and exasperated and sighing all big because every time you get ready to move, the people in the row in front of you get up. Hello, because they not dummy bitches who are going to stand up while the whole fucking plane gets off and then get up. No, bitch, I'm going to stay right here in the seat I paid for until it's time for me to get off the plane. And you know what you're going to do? Sit there and be mad about it.
When you are in the back, if you stand up, at that point when they get to the gate or whatever, you're going to be on your feet for a solid 15 to 20 minutes sometimes.
Some of y'all hear that ding. That means take your seatbelts off.
I always hear click, 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 click. And I be the one still sitting there listening to motherfucking Trick Daddy or something.
The only thing I do when the plane first land is take it off airplane mode.
That's it. Like,
that is it, girl.
If somebody texts me, if there's something I got to respond to.
Because first you got to taxi your way up to the gate. That could take forever, depending on how busy the airport is. And then you got to wait to get the fuck off the plane. So you coming into JFK.
Open up them doors.
And JFK from LAX, it's a sold out flight. It ain't no seats on this fucking plane, girl.
After the Emmys.
Do you know what? After the fucking Emmys. That means you're going to have to take your time and wait your fucking turn. I'm sorry. Just so tired. You fucking whiny ass babies. I'll be so glad when vacation and travel season is over because y'all just doing the most in the airport. And it just doesn't have to be this way. Just a little bit of sense would take you a long way. That's it. I'm done.
I'd appreciate that as well because I already get antsy.
Because, I mean, once y'all start hollering at me, it's really going to be a problem. It was really an issue.
And a plane is probably like top 3 places that you're not trying to argue.
I said I'm not finna fight with y'all because that girl's going to get her bag and get off the plane, and then I'm going to get off in front of both of you. So, I don't know. But in the end, that little man did squeeze past them girls and get off the plane, and then stood there in that whole little jetway part waiting for his wife to get off. So you did all that extra. When I walked off the plane and saw him standing there, I said, you dumb bitch. And I don't think he understood because he was Scottish or whatever. But I said, you dumb bitch. You did all that and then still sat here and waited for your wife. What the fuck was the point? If you was going to wait for her anyway, you might as well just stood on the plane with her and waited for y'all's turn to get off.
Why wouldn't he understand that?
Instead
Scottish people don't speak English?
I don't know. Well, he looked at me like he didn't understand, you stupid bitch. So
okay.
I don't know if bitch is not a cuss word they use, but he looked at me like he didn't understand what I'm saying. I'm like, so if you was just gonna sit out here and wait for her anyway, if you wasn't gonna go to the gate without her, then what was the point of all the shenanigans? What was the point? You could have just sat your ass right there on the plane and waited for her to get off, because that's what you're doing.
Because if you was gonna miss your flight back there, you gonna miss your flight regardless.
And I saw they were trying to get to their flight. I saw them hustling to the gate, and I understand the frustration. But again, you being frustrated does not change the way things simply are. They just are this way. There just are people in front of you. I don't have to wait to get off a plane when I'm in first class or in like the economy, the premium, when Delta will charge you like an extra $60 and you can get in a seat with like real leg room and all that. That's the only time you can hurry up and get off the plane. Every other time you are at the mercy of the people in front of you.
I don't get up. In fact, I will sit down and sometimes I'll let like maybe 5 rows behind me go just so I don't even have to deal with nobody looking at me as I get up right in front of them, because they will be acting like, oh, well, I'm hustling and how dare you stand up right in front of me because it's my turn.
Right.
It's my turn to get off.
I'm standing up right. And they look mad too.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They've been standing the whole time.
But
that's your dumb
nobody
ass fault.
asked you to do that.
I'm in row 32. You're in row 35. Guess who's getting off this plane first? Guess. Just guess. Guess. It's me, just girl.
Don't know how you can.
So that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all that at This Is The Read.
Oh, God. Is this shit 2 hours?
Again. Well, that's okay, because we got 6 more minutes to get out of here, and then I'll be home in time to catch Blackish. So thisistheread.com. Do you have any news this week? Yeah. I don't think I know. Oh, fuck. Yes, we do have news this week.
The news is somewhere.
I have it on my phone.
I thought that it was in a text, but apparently
it is in a text.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Well, why don't I have it? It's in a text to both of us.
Oh, my God.
That makes way more sense. So, new read dates. The Read Live is coming to LA on November 4th.
Oh, man.
And Boston on December 4th and Miami on December 17th. That's right, Miami on December 17th.
Woo, that's going to be great.
I mean,
I can't. For the weather alone, I cannot wait.
On December 17th.
In fact, Boston, I don't know how we agreed to go up north in December, but that'll be our last northern show before
It is a
April.
same day. We're literally coming back the same day. So
Yes, so new dates, Los Angeles, Boston, and Miami. We are coming to your cities. Tickets at thereadlive.com on sale. I believe this Friday, right?
Friday at noon Eastern time.
That's right.
So if you see anything on Instagram or the like for this and it is not Friday noon at Eastern time yet, don't ask why the website ain't up or the link isn't active, because it isn't ready. It goes live at a time, and that is Friday, 12 noon Eastern. So if you want to come see and be ghetto with us, there you go. Also, Furious Thoughts Live, the comedy tour that I'm doing, also still has tickets left, I think, for LA and Chicago. I think New York has still got a couple of tickets left too. So you can go to kidfurylive.com if you want to see some stand-up. And that's real soon too. Woo! So
yay!
Events. I think that's all we have.
I don't think I have anything else. Thanks so much, Derek, and everybody over at Drunk History for letting me come to the Emmys and have a good time. I had a great time. So yeah, that's it. Do we have an acronym this week, or we do? Oh, and thank you, Fran, for inviting me to the screening of Queen of Katwe, Lupita Nyong'o's new movie. Oh, very, very good. It is good. So I'm actually going to spend money on that movie when it comes out again on the 30th. So make sure y'all go check that out because it is excellent.
And yeah, all right. Well, I'm going home to watch Blackish, and I'm going to Puerto Rico in the morning.